Hi, I'm Charlie and I'm 10 years old and I have food allergies. This is my mum, she's a food allergy mum, and we have created the Charlie Safe Treat Box. It's treats that are free of the top 10 food allergies and are safe for anyone with food allergies.
Hi, I'm Sharon and I became an allergy mum 10 years ago when Charlie was born, and we discovered that he was born with multiple life-threatening food allergies. Charlie's allergies are dairy, egg, peanuts, multiple tree nuts, and he was allergic to mustard seed for a period of time as well. The idea for Charlie's Safe Treat Box was first planted when Charlie was about 2 or 3 years old, and we had been in a hospital after an anaphylactic reaction. And when he was feeling better, we knew that we had to stay in hospital for a minimum of 4 hours, and I didn't have any safe food for him to eat. So we asked the hospital staff if they could find something. And because Charlie had multiple food allergies to dairy, egg, peanuts and tree nuts, they found it really hard, and then the only food they could bring to us didn't have an ingredients label on it. And we didn't want to chance Charlie eating something and having another anaphylactic reaction. And at that point, Charlie and I said, why isn't there a vending machine here that has safe food for people with food allergies? And Charlie looked at me and said, why don't you do it, Mum? And I said, I will when I have the time. And here we are today. The top 10 food allergens in Australia are currently dairy, egg, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, wheat, sesame, lupin, fish and shellfish. When we first started out trying to decide what products would go in Charlie's Safe Treat Box, we knew we were up for a challenge to find products that are free of the top 10 food allergens, because it's a really niche area in Australia. If you go to the US or you go to Europe, there's a lot more variety, but currently in Australia, it's a very small niche area. So we decided it's better to have the top 10 food allergens. You can go there and you can choose anything from the box. You just see their face light up and say, really?
The perfect customers for Charlie Safe Treat Box are people with allergies, but of course people without allergies can also have them. But people with allergies, why we made them free of the top 10 food allergies.
When we choose the products for Charlie Safe Treat Box, they are primarily for people with IgE food allergies to the top 10 food allergens. But outside of that, they then are also suitable for anybody with a non-IgE allergy to any of those top 10 food allergens. There's also people who have another condition called EOE, where they have to avoid the top 6, the top 8, the top 10 food allergens. People might have a condition called FPIES, and FPIES, you can have it to many foods. It does make it tricky, but if you had FPIES to the top 10, it would be safe for you. There's a lot of mums out there, allergy mums, who are breastfeeding their child and they get put on a very restrictive diet and they don't eat the foods that their child is allergic to. So this would be a perfect gift for those food allergy mums who are having to source all their own safe foods or cook all their own safe foods. You could send them this box and they will love you forever. Typically, a company will come back and say, yes, their products are perfect and they'd like to move ahead with organising sales straight away. And I have to let them know at that point that we have our supply questionnaire that we need to have completed before we can move ahead any further. A number of companies who have said their products are free of the top 10 food allergens, but when we've asked them to prove it by completing our supply questionnaire, they've actually declined and said, actually, they've changed their mind, they're not safe. And as an allergy mum, that's really scary. And then we find the perfect match. So they are companies who complete our supply questionnaire relatively quickly, and they actually come back with really positive statements to say they are so impressed with what we are doing, that it's a really needed space in the Australian allergy market, and that's actually give them a greater level of confidence that the processes they have in place are really good and thorough, and it might have highlighted other areas where they need to do a little bit of work on. And so once we've reviewed the supply questionnaire and we think they're a really great fit, then Charlie has the important job of tasting it. to say whether it gets the final tick of approval that not only do we think it's safe in terms of it being free of the top 10 food allergens, but it actually tastes delicious. And that's how we've come up with our first box, which is called the original Charlie Safe Treat Box, which contains a mix of sweet and savoury treats that are all free of the top 10 food allergens. They don't have any may contain traces warning on them either.
Turbo chips, chickpea twists, Yum Earth lollipops that are strawberry flavoured, proper crisps, giggles.
They're the sour.
Yes, they're sour. Just giggles. Favour beans. More favour beans. Drums. And then fruit-filled biscuits. Oh yeah, and also colouring. Say you're at a birthday party and you're getting a bit of anxiety, you can just colour in while everyone else is eating just to kind of calm you down.
So the way we had the box designed is we've got mindful colouring on top. We've got a place at the front where you can actually put your name so you know it's your box and nobody can take your treats. We've got the top 10 allergens listed on the side as well. And then at the back, we've got a reminder that you should always follow the golden rule when it comes to food allergies. So every treat inside will have the ingredients listed on the packaging. And so we always encourage you, even though we're confident with the checks that we've had in place, that you should still always read the ingredients label before you consume it, just for that final check and that final peace of mind. The other part that we do in our approval process and our risk management is that every product that goes into the box, we record the expiry and/or the batch number of each product. So if we were ever put in the situation where we were aware there was a recall on a product that we stock at Charlie Safe Treat Box, we know that we can quickly identify who has ordered. We can contact you straight away to let you know it's not safe to consume that product. We hope that would never happen, but we've got procedures in place in case it does. At the moment, we only have the original Charlie Safe Treat Box, which is a mix of sweet and savoury treats that are all free of the top 10 food allergens. We hope to expand on having a number of other boxes which have different products in it to cater to everybody's preferences of what they consider a treat. Once we've got all of that set up in place, we've also got some other different sized boxes we'd like to create so that kids can take them to parties or they could be at play centres. And then we would also love to go back to the original idea for Charlie Safe Treat Box to have our vending machines that are stocked with treats free of the top 10 food allergens. You will have become familiar with them as a customer because you would have ordered our boxes and have it delivered to your door. And now when you're out in public at places like airports or hospitals or schools or sporting events, you might see our vending machines there and you would know with confidence that you can go there and buy a treat that's free of the top 10 food allergens that is safe and delicious. Charlie Safe Treat Box is a place that people with food allergies can come to buy treats that are free of the top 10 food allergens in a really convenient way. All in a box that's beautifully packaged and we'll deliver it to your door. All you have to do is open them up and enjoy them.
It's great. Just great.
Oh, Charlie.